College is a waste of time overall for most people.
Mm. Word. Chief,
Yo,
now you are highly educated. You work in a field where you change lives on a daily basis. Look at love over there hating. You see her, Chief? She talking while she's on mute, and she hate the fact that I gave you props, Chief.
I appreciate you.
Because
Yeah.
he's in education. I said that is worth the degree. So what do you
So
think?
Why you can't stay on mute, Alex? Say something. Go, Chief.
so I'm slightly biased in this, but to answer the question, I 100% agree with what everybody's saying. But if I got to be direct, I don't think college is a waste of time for many other factors outside of the fuck. I think the whole tuition is some bullshit. I think half of the shit that they learn is some bullshit. But I do think just the lessons you get from the independence you gain. I mean, one of my biggest flexes is I don't owe no school nothing. You know what I'm saying? So because of my situation, but sports in college has taught me a lot of the lessons I still carry with myself to this day. And I don't know if I'd have some of those traits had I not gone through those experiences. In my particular case, I do use my degrees in in the field that I work in right now, so it was beneficial in that regard. But I also, on the same note, I feel like I've seen people who like the behavior support assistants and the TAs who don't necessarily have degrees are better teachers than some of the teachers that are in the building. You know what I'm saying? So you could have someone who's never had a college degree but just knows how to build rapport with kids, and once you get kids to buy in, you could teach them anything. So I think the degree on that end is some bullshit. But I agree with everybody. But if I had to answer the question, I do not think college is a waste of
Okay. Mr. White, Alex, Easha, what you think?
I don't think going to college is a waste of time. I think tuition is ridiculous. And I'm curious if they have these conversations in other countries where college is free. I agree with everyone, share the same sentiment. It depends on what you are choosing to major in. I think the biggest thing, though, is that, and just when I was working with high schoolers and myself, who was a biology major, and then luckily I'm in the health field, and then I got my master's in healthcare administration. But I think for me, my biggest issue was that I didn't know what I could do with my degree, right? They want you to go to school, you do all this time, and then you come out to graduate, and then for an entry-level position, they want you to have all of this experience. And I'm just like, but it's entry level. What I have seen, though, in my work experience and being in healthcare, I have seen people, to Chief's point, who have the experience, right? They're great at what they do, but there was a cap for them because they don't have that piece of paper. And for me, I think of college as it's giving you, Adria White with the $5 super chat. So much for love operating in her feminine tonight. But I think that going to college opens up options for people, and options that some may not have had, because everyone can't be an entrepreneur. Everyone doesn't have the quote unquote hustler spirit. Some people need to go to college to go ahead and give them that. And I think it's also a safety net. There's nothing wrong with that. I do think it's unfortunate that in this country, college is so expensive for you to get out into the work field, and then you're making a fraction of that. And I think for the individuals who go to school and then they don't even get in their fields, I think it's because they weren't educated when they chose to major in what they chose to major in. Like, you shouldn't have majored in criminal justice. Like, that was just foolish. Like, what were you going to come out and do? You shouldn't have been no shade at anybody who was like a psych major, or unless you're going to continue that on, you shouldn't have done that. And I think those are the conversations that people need to have before kids go to college. Major in something that is going to get you a job, not something where you're struggling afterwards.
Yeah. Mr. White, Easha.
I'm more with on Chief's side, yo. College was fun as hell. The experience of it was absolutely great. Like, I wouldn't change it for the world, yo. But I do feel like now, especially with the way things are moving more in technology, and you don't need a degree, I definitely don't think the majority of people should be doing it now. But in my era when we went, I wouldn't change it for the world, man. The people you meet, the places you get to go. Like, you literally develop a whole family from just going, and then those experiences. Hey, if you remember the classics we used to have, man, you can't put a price on some of that stuff, man. You can't put a price on some of that stuff, yo. So
yeah, I think it was fun. I think it was fun, but I just don't know how much value it holds though to the grand scheme.
I think it's just the experience, right? And then think about, because you were in college, how many places you traveled and places you went. If
I don't want to hear that.
Home,
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
Like
Let me ask you a question. I don't want to hear that bullshit. All right, so you know what type of college we had, right?
Yeah.
You saying you sending your daughters to that?
No, hell.
See? Yo.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. So yeah, you're right. Damn. Yeah, you're right.
Yo, go ahead, Ish.
I think college is worth it, if not for opening up more doors career-wise in my field, I guess, and give me the opportunity to move around like I do, because I've moved around quite a bit, and I'm confident that if I pick up and go, I'm going to be able to find a job where I can afford to take care of myself and my son.
Word. Read the super chat for me, Ish.
Thanks Shanae Fulton for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Chief. Higher ed should be free unless it's medicine and law. Q and Gunny, thumbs down.
Yo, I think the one thing that we misplace his value is the fact that the one thing I hate about some of you guys' fields is you have to get all these certifications and upward degrees just to make a little bit of money. I feel like that's a damn shame. You know, like that sucks, you know, and I just that just makes it just not worth it to me.
And shout out to Shanae for getting her master's. So she's one of them people that Gunny named, even though she giving him a thumbs down, who she actually went for what she went for, and she's in that field. So she wouldn't be included in a person who wasted her time in college. But
right. I was saying the same thing. Like, what is she talking about?
She just want to argue.
Just argue. You got it. Thumbs up.
She agreed. She agreed in real life, but thumbs down the
it's all good. She knows she love us though. That's what it is. She gotta fuck with it.
Word. Interesting. Any final thoughts on this?
I do want to say that. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say there is nothing wrong with going to trade school. Also, there's nothing wrong with that. Get it. Do what you have to do. I love about this generation is that they are looking for different streams and ways and avenues to get money, and don't allow people to make you feel that just because you aren't college educated that you are less than somebody else. Because I do hate that perception that people have. Like, we're not looking. Me personally, I'm not looking down on anyone because you didn't go to college. It was a choice for me. It was the option that I have. I wanted different things for my life. I'm nobody's hustler. I want to go to school, get my job, and be done with things. So I just wanted to make sure I put that out there for folks who didn't go to school.
Okay. Mike Brown with the $10 super chat. We are speaking from different outlook. Y'all 30 and older speaking from outcome of college. What will you tell your kid? What will you tell your 18-year-old self? 2008, Walmart wasn't even hiring. Yeah, that's true. It was tough around then for sure. Yeah, man. I just feel like it's so much. Yeah, I think the certification in trades maybe I would lean towards because they just cost a little bit less. I mean, you know, you can get a CDL for $8,000, $9,000. You definitely got to drive that truck, but you can make a decent living for sure. You know, because I'm in it for the money. Like, I shovel shit all day long if they pay me right. You know, so I don't know. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right?